Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to the Mixed Media Frenzy YouTube Hop. And this month we'll all be using the same sketch. And the sketch is by the awesome Missy Whidden. And this is the sketch. And y'all, I know everybody knows who Missy is. And she does just wonderful scrapbook layouts. She's a true artist. And there's several on the hop that are true artists also. So you will be seeing all kinds of wonderful creations using this layout as their inspiration. I'm going to use two different Tim Holtz stencils. One's a honeycomb, and I think the other one's just plain called dots. And I'm going to go over the top of the honeycomb with the dots. Well, randomly with the dots. Missy's original layout was featured in the Scrapbook and Cards magazine. So I went on there and read the blog thing there that she wrote. And she said she took a different piece of paper and used her stencil and used different colors. I think she used watercolors. I'm using inks. I don't have as many of the colors that I wanted to use in the watercolor. So I decided I would just use the inks because I had a little more of that. And I'm using Close to My Heart and my Distress inks. And you can see them all right there. And if there's any color y'all want to know, I will double check on it. And here's where I made the mistake. I used the peeled paint. I just got the urge to throw it in there. It wasn't in there to start with. It wasn't one of my original choices. And then I threw it in there. Well, you notice I made it narrow. I didn't like it when I started using it. I thought, oh, that's a different shade of green than I was thinking of. I've probably been using my Close to My Heart lately. So it's on there and it's going to stay. I'm not going to take it off, but it wasn't what I really was wanting. But it happens. And in mixed media, unless you do it all over again, it stays. Or at least it does for me. Missy always says just keep going. So that's what I'm doing. Now, Missy cut a border on the top and the bottom of her strip there that she put back across the layout. And then she took a sewing machine and sewed it down well. I'm not going to be using a sewing machine, so I cut it closer to the inks, the colored part of the paper, and I'm going to end up putting something else there instead of thread from a sewing machine. And she did layer a strip right across the top and put a tag up there, but I'm not going to do either one of those. So mine's going to be a little bit different. Hers is inspiration and mine's a little bit different. She did say she took the plastic and smooshed the ink on the bottom. I'm going to do that a few times and then end up using my brush instead. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I got just a little bit more control with the brush. And since these were so small areas and they were all kind of smushed together, I decided I'd just go ahead and use the brush. And notice how much darker that got all of a sudden. I'm going to quit recording right then. And I noticed it. Thank goodness. So, yeah, you all didn't miss much. I just made it a little bit darker so it wouldn't be as light as the one next to it. And I did add some of that green down there, so it's on there, but it is still narrow. I'm trying, and I'm going to put my picture there too. So my picture won't be in the same place as hers is. And yeah, it's going to cover up as much of the green as I can get it to. I do love the blues and the turquoise and all that though. And of course the pinks and the yellow. So there's only one color on there I'm not in love with. And y'all know green's my favorite color. Not today. I was going for a more pastel colors, maybe it was, or at least lighter colors than that one is. And my three bluish turquoisey colors, they're all pretty close to the same. So I just kind of ended up blending a little bit of them together. And, oh, now the sprinkles. She did say she sprinkled next. So that's what I'm doing. She also said she stitched on the hearts. Well, I'm not even going to have hearts on my layout. Just so y'all know, don't expect them. And she's also got threads. I decided since I'm ending up putting twine on my layout that I was going to go ahead and leave the threads off. Although I was really tempted, but I was afraid I didn't have the right colors to match anyway. So I just decided I wouldn't put them on there. That paper pad I'm using is from like 2013. Yeah, it's been a while. And then the alphas over there, the thickers, I think they're 2012. I know one is 1 year and one the other because I looked. But yeah, they're both pretty old and I've had them a long time. The paper pads by Glitz, and I don't even think they've been around for quite a while. And I'm going to put 4 layers behind my photo. Yeah, 4. I wanted all that color since I had so much color up there in the background. And one of the papers had bubbles, which you can tell. And then that blue one, it has waves. Well, they remind me of waves. No, it's scales. They remind me of scales. That's what they remind me of. But you can't tell it by the time I put them on there. And my granddaughter's there. We were at the pool. There's a coliseum here. Everybody got to put in choices for the name of it. And I think it was a 6th grade boy that put in the Coliseum as a name. And he won. I don't remember what he won, but he won. So I thought it was pretty good that a kid won the name and chose the name for it. But anyway, there is a swimming area. And my grandsons had their birthday party there. And so, yeah, we were having a birthday party, but I'm not doing a birthday party layout. It wasn't her birthday, so why? I'm going to run a double row of the twine along the top and the bottom of my paper that I added. And I'm going to put a couple of knots on it, and I'm going to have some hanging down. And just because it reminds me of the ropes that, well, used to be on pools years ago, and you do see it appear a lot. And so, yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I put them on there. My sewing machine substitute. That's what it is. I am going to put it all the way across here, even though my photo's going to go on there. But I'm going to use foam tape to raise it up so it can just sit right on top of it. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to mention that there's links down there below. Some of them are YouTube and some of them are Instagram, but they are all awesome mixed media artists. And they will be doing mixed media on their layout. And it's the Hop instead of just the mixed media group. So you'll have lots more inspiration than you normally do. So make sure you check the links out down there below and find some inspiration. Make some mixed media layout. Well, you could probably do something else too. But put it on the Facebook group so we can all see it. We love to see what you create. And the awesome thing is this month, instead of having a theme, that we're all using the same sketch. But yeah, Missy is giving us inspiration this month for a hop. I just nestled my title under the left-hand side of the picture. And then I'm going to take and put 3 little strips across there. And one of them says, go swimming. And then the next one, a water balloon fight. And the last one, float down a river. So it all has to do with water. And I just made a layout with my other granddaughter. And I'd put water things on there for her because she likes the water a lot. And I was trying to pick things out that she liked to do. And I was thinking, man, I shouldn't have put them all on there. If I'd realized I was going to be making this layout with this, I would have saved a few. But these were the 3 water ones that were left. And I'm adding some of that blue paper behind them and then taking my scissors and distressing it too to match the photo frame. Plus, I'm putting butterflies on there now. This is my little butterfly box, and you can see some of them have already been fussy cut where, I was like watching YouTube videos and had a little extra time and cut some. And of course, those are the ones I'm grabbing. And at first I thought I would use the darker ones with the black because Missy did, but I didn't have any other black on here. So then I decided I would use color with color. So that green I'm not too happy with. I'm putting a butterfly down there with that color. And then I've got one with yellow on the left. And then I have the blue one on the right with the blue. They do have some black in them, but since they all three have a little bit, well, the one at the bottom's really a super dark green instead of a black, but I thought it'd work, so I went ahead and used them anyway. And if for no other reason than this is a water layout and it needs some sparkle, I'm adding some sequins. And the ones I'm adding are the ones from Prima. And I don't think it had a name when I bought it other than, well, it might have been a spring mix. But I've had it a long time and there's a lot of them in there. I mean, I put them in this little bag, but there was a lot bigger bag to start with than I shared. But yeah, if you get an opportunity to buy some sequins from Prima, this is what I'm pretty sure the spring mix looked like. Then I was looking at my layout and thinking, well, Missy had hearts. So I want to put hearts on here. And I thought about different hearts that I had. And of course I had a punch, but I couldn't decide on anything. And then I thought about thread and thought, well, I've already got the twine on here. And finally I decided, okay, I'm going to call it done. So yeah, I could have put more on here, but I actually stopped. Look at that. I stopped. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And there's the butterfly that matches that green. Don't it match that green really good? Really good. And then there's, see that yellow? It matches the yellow, semi good. And then the blue matches, well, it surely matches at least one of the blues up there. But yeah, see the bubbles on that one piece of paper? Nice and colorful, just like my background. So I thought, this is the perfect paper for this. But yeah, if you all leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.